You know, some mornings you don't want to do this. Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, who's kind of taking it hard this morning, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here and let's wake up the football gods this morning. It is a painful morning this morning. My God, this hurt. This hurt down to my soul last night. But it's kind of crazy because there's certain things that happen that make no rhyme or reason. I want to say that the Arizona Cardinals have owned the Dallas Cowboys, that they are 7 of the last 8 games, which makes no sense whatsoever. That Josh Dobbs was hitting the passes and running the way that he was, looking freaking incredible. I think this was, I don't even know what to think about on this one. This was one of those ones that the Cowboys, they got too cute, they got too full of themselves, and they got bitch slapped. That's the only way that I can look at this. I can look at this and say, and I know what people will say is you're just making excuses. I don't understand when people say that you're just making excuses. You lost the game. What are you supposed to say? I said we sucked yesterday. What more am I supposed to say? We did not show up. We did not take care of business. In fact, here's what Mike McCarthy had to say.
Well, what happened was that second game we got our ass kicked, or the second half we just got our ass totally kicked. We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. We sucked. The second half, we sucked. We couldn't stop the run. Every time they got the ball, they went down and got points. We got our ass totally kicked in the second half. That's what it boiled down to. It was a horse performance in the second half. Horse. I'm totally embarrassed and totally ashamed. Coaching did a horrible job. The players did a horrible job. We got our ass kicked in that second half. It sucked. It stunk.
Okay. There you go. There you go, trolls, haters, and all that. There you go. And for anybody out there that says that I hide, I don't hide. I sat there for 2 hours after that ass kicking, looking at the thousands of trolls that came in and literally just lit me up, called me everything but the child of God. But here's the great thing about football. The great thing. It only lasts a week. You got another opportunity to fix that shit. And maybe, just maybe, this slice of humble pie will make the Cowboys realize it doesn't matter who you are playing. You got to bring your A game. That anybody can bitch slap you. It hurt, man. I tell you what, I was laying in bed and I woke up and I hadn't remembered that I got my teeth kicked in. I rolled over and then it hit me. It's like, oh, fuck. Excuse my language. I went into a cold sweat. It was so bad. I woke up this morning just sweating I've been sweating like crazy this morning. I feel sick after watching that. And I fell into the groove myself. I fell into it. I believe that, hey, it's just Arizona. We're going to go there and kick their ass. Forgetting that the Cowboys have a hard time against the Cardinals. I don't know why. They just do. It's just like Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Just like the Eagles have a hard time with Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. Some things that just don't make any sense, but they do. So here's the problem for the Cowboys. We talked about this. We worried about this. We put up the warning flags about this. Was the offensive line. On paper, if they're healthy, you're good. You're one of the better offensive lines in football. If you got Zach Martin in there, you got Tyron Smith healthy, you got Mozzie Smith, you got Biotish, you got Terrence Steele, you're great. You're okay if you lose one. You can, you got TJ Bass. That's not bad things. But when you have your three best offensive linemen, well, it's debatable the best three, but definitely two of your best in Zach Martin and Tyron Smith out, and you have Taylor Smith playing his first game and Chimo Igoda playing with a hyperextended elbow, you got problems. Now, to the Cowboys' credit, they were able to run the football. They were able to make some plays. But we just could not really get into a groove between that and the 16 penalties. Now, again, people are going to say I made excuses. I already said we sucked. I don't know what more I'm supposed to say beyond we sucked. We stunk the place up. We were ass. And we deserve everybody to talk about us this week. And I hope that the players hear that they feel like shit, and they take it inside and they turn it into a motivation so that way they don't feel that way again, that it hardens their soul, that it makes them come out with a vengeance against New England next week. Now, maybe, I don't know, maybe I am trying to make excuses, but maybe the Cowboys are looking and saying, we're already 2-0, we're blowing people out. We got the Cardinals and then New England, and then, hey, we got the 49ers. They started thinking about the 49ers. Started believing their own press clippings. And they forgot. It's 1 week at a time. So it's back to work, licking our wounds, getting back to business. And you go ahead, you beat New England, you right the ship, you get out 3-1, and then you got San Francisco. And then we'll see what we all see. Dak Prescott after the game.
Yeah, we just didn't score. Simple as that. Took a shot at the end zone. I got to get that throw out there in front of MG. Thought we got the call. Obviously, the refs got together, didn't give it to us, and then just from there, I got to make that third down throw. I got to make the throw some way, put it over him, maybe just scramble, not go there with it, but felt like we needed to play there, try to put it past the backer's ear. He made a great catch. Yeah, it was tough. As you just put it, the penalties plus being on the roads are never easy. Dug ourselves into some holes on some different drives. We're able to overcome some of them. But even when you're able to overcome them, I think that's just you're making it harder on yourself, and you're taking yourself out of that rhythm. And it was tough. And obviously we couldn't overcome it and didn't come away with what we wanted to. Yeah, we've got to do better. Just as a team, as a unit, myself, got to make some throws, maybe use my feet more. Obviously, that's an area that we haven't been good in these last 2 weeks. And even with the win last week, that was the sore spot in the win. And obviously, look at this loss. Moved the ball up and down the field and just couldn't score. And so that's your reason for this loss. And so we've all got to get back to the drawing board. Starts with me and making some throws and making some plays, as I said, with my feet and trying to get it done.
What happened there? What you see and what was supposed to happen there?
Yeah, Cook says boom, boom, getting back behind the backer. Backer did a good job of playing it, tried to look him away, and then just put it by his ear. I knew it was going to be a tough throw. At that moment, tried to make the throw. Obviously, the backer made a great play. Just tried to put it behind his ear, and not thinking I had enough space to just get it up and down in the back. But, I got to live with that. Yeah, just adding a few more quick games, getting the ball out of my hands, some movements, just trying obviously to protect those guys as well. You know what I mean? Not put them in a situation where we're just dropping back over and over. But and that's just benefits to our playmakers as well. Just trying to get the ball in their hands.
How did you feel those three guys, two of them making their first NFL starts?
Yeah, they fought their ass off. I thought they did a great job. Gave me enough time, allowed us to, as I said, move the ball up and down the field, and we didn't convert in the red zone. That's the story of this game, period. just hadn't done it. You can go to the one of Michael Gallup. I've got to make that throw, get it out there in front of him a little bit earlier. The one to CD's close, would like the call or like CD, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, would like to get the call on that one as well. But, yeah, I mean, we're taking attempts. We've just got to convert. Simple as that. I mean, simple as that. Don't have an answer for you.
First game, 40-0, 30-10. You, the coaching staff, or team remaining keel, not getting too high, not getting too low. Talk about the message coming out of a game like this to refocus and reset the thing.
Yeah, I mean, we're staying in the moment. That's who we are. That's who this team is. This was a humbling loss in that sense. Obviously, we've had a lot of adversity just throughout the week, and it wasn't easy. Obviously, it wasn't easy. Nobody's making excuses. We thought we had a great opportunity to come in here, even with the adversity, and get a win, and we didn't. So, obviously, every week you've got to reset and you've got to refocus. And honestly, it's a little bit easier after a loss. So there's not going to be any worries about that. Obviously, myself, the coaching staff, the players, the way that we attack the preparation, and then come in tomorrow ready to work.
That ball to Gallup where he threw the flag initially and it was waved off. Michael felt like the defender didn't play the ball. What was your perspective even before the throw and then just the way that was ruled?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a good call. I thought we were going to get exactly what we got. As I said, I'm going to put it on myself and take the game out of the ref's hands. I got to make the better pass, put a better pass out there, try to get it out in front of him. But hell, I mean, Michael had the best, MG had the best perspective of that throw and what that was and how the defender played it. But when the guy's back's turned to me and he never looks back, I mean, it's simple as that.
Is this a wake-up call for you guys? You guys on top of the world first 2 games. Everybody's singing your praises.
Y'all put us on top of the world.
There
we
you
know
go.
who we are. And in that same sense, I'm sure the media got what they wanted. For us, it hadn't been but one undefeated team in this league, ever. So, yeah, it sucks. It's humbling. But to say it's a wake-up call, we knew we had a lot of adversity, and we just didn't get it done. And I think it just goes back to myself, the offense, and the red zone. So, I mean, we get better at there, we win this game. But we've got to fix that area, period. Thank you.
Well, Dak takes blame for the loss. But in the end, there were so many things that went wrong in that game that you can't just pin it on just one person. I know people will keep saying, well, you're just a Dak defender. But as we look around the NFL and we see quarterbacks dropping like flies, Derek Carr avoided major injury. Joe Burrow's status is still up in the air. Jimmy Garoppolo got a concussion. There's not a lot of quarterbacks that are out there. You know, people keep thinking that all you got to do is run down to, Harbor Freight. You can just get another quarterback and throw out there, and that's going to be able to do some of these things. It's not that simple, people. It's not that simple. The bigger issue is we need to get this offensive line together. We need to cut down on the penalties, and we definitely need to get better in the red zone. Definitely get better in the red zone. And I believe had we had our full complement of offensive line, we probably would have been yesterday. But, that's football. You got to play with the hand that's dealt you. It sucks. It hurts. But Dak is 100% right. There's only been one team in the NFL that's gone undefeated. And you can look around at our team last year and how bad we played against the Commanders the last game of the season and came out like gangbusters the next week against Tampa Bay. Football, you go from the penthouse to the outhouse and back to the penthouse in a week. It's the drama that is. And I tell you, everybody, as far as the talking heads, are licking their chops, can't wait to get to work today because they know they're going to be talking about the Dallas Cowboys and the failure and how the sky is falling. Well, some of you out there that are on and off with the Cowboys, you know what? If you dump the Cowboys because of one loss, stay off. Just stay off. Please, just stay off. This team will get their shit together. They will right the ship, and they're going to be okay. And that's my take on it. And if you don't like my take on it, by all means, there's plenty of places you can watch. We'll be live streaming the Eagles game tonight. And Eagles, don't trip up.